Hi, so my name is Valerie Caraballo and I'm from North Philadelphia. Sure. What made me start my business is that, it dates back to COVID. In 2020, I was in pretty much a dream job. I was a clinical manager of Concentra doing what I love to do, which is urgent care as well as workman's comp. And along came COVID, and in February it started to get a little bit crazy. And my employer, we are in the business to help people start their new jobs, but as COVID continued, we were seeing less and less people. So that ended up where I was furloughed and then laid off from my position. And I never experienced that before, not having a job. And I also had worked for Cooper University Hospital. And so without a position, I ended up just staying home. And at first I was very scared, like everybody else. So I was like, this is kind of good. I'm home, I'm safe, I'm with my kids. And as I was watching TV, watching nurses plead in New York, Pennsylvania, all throughout the United States, as an ER nurse, I could not just continue doing that. I said, I have a skill set and I want to put myself out there to help people. So I talked to my kids and I told them I was thinking about doing something. So I had my daughter, go stay with a friend, my son as well. And I ended up taking a position at one of the field medical hospitals in Atlantic City, New Jersey. And that started my whole journey to becoming an entrepreneur. Because with that, I had to become an independent contractor, get my LLC. I got everything together. I called my company Carabello Cares Advanced Practice Services. And I joined the fight to help with COVID. And it was a phenomenal experience, helping people in that way, being independent, working for myself, so to speak. And that led to other opportunities because that field medical hospital closed down, which was fine. And I then went on the road and did mass COVID testing with certain companies. And then I ended up joining a research company that had partnered with Eli Lilly to help with experimental drugs to help people fight COVID. That took me on a journey of traveling all across the United States. It was amazing. So there I got to meet other nurse practitioners, other nurses and PAs that were helping with the fight, but also I got to talk to them and found out that a lot of them had their own businesses back home, and that just excited me. Because it was something that was in the back of my head to just, start something on the side for myself, but I couldn't figure out what that was going to look like. And so these individuals really helped me. Some of them had primary care offices, some of them aesthetics, some of them IV hydration. Now, what I was doing with Eli Lilly was an IV medication to help people. So I like that, and working in the ER forever, because that's what I've been a nurse now for 28 years. And the last 8 have been as a nurse practitioner, always in emergency medicine. So IV hydration, IV therapy, IV treatments were something that I was very comfortable with and good at. So I really kind of, gravitated to this IV hydration concept. And so in talking with these individuals all across the United States, I started learning more. I started getting classes and joining different forums to get a better understanding and kind of like hone in my skills in that specific industry. And so I decided that when everything was done with COVID, that I was going to start opening up this business. And so I started with the name and different things like that, talking to people, taking more classes. And when December rolled around, I decided to open up my business. So I transitioned from Carabello Cares Advanced Practice Services to Viva Care Solutions. And I started as a, concierge NP, traveling to people's homes, helping them with different IV hydration therapies to help fight COVID and different things, migraines, etc. And then in May of 2021, I decided I want a space. So that I was looking all throughout Philadelphia because this is where I'm from, and I wanted to open up my business here in Philadelphia. And in May, I was able to do that. I rented a space, and I worked through the construction, licensing, and now this year I get to do a ribbon cutting because I have everything fully functional.